Welcome one, welcome all. Episode 27 of the Casey and Tyler Show come to you guys on a Thursday evening, uploaded Friday. Quite the Thursday show. A little sad. We're running out of football, Casey.
We are running out of football. Football season's on its way to, we have limited games every weekend. I'm very sad. I can't watch football all day on the weekends anymore. Or at least...
Especially college.
Yeah, college is that way. NFL, I still have until, I think, the end of the year for that.
Yeah. It sucks. College football just flew by this year. We do have the Army-Navy game this weekend. We'll be discussing that. We also have the match. We get to see Tiger Woods play golf this weekend. That should be cool. We're going to get into some MLB offseason talk. Especially pertaining to our Boston Red Sox. And then, obviously, we'll get into some NCAA football offseason news. I had a few things I wanted to bring up. And then, obviously, we have NFL. I think it's week 14 this week. So we got some games for that. Big game for our Detroit Lions this week. But, yeah, that's the show. Casey, as always, anything you would like to say?
I'm drinking the fucking Kool-Aid. That's all I'm going to fucking say.
All right, let's do it. All right, Casey, let's start with the MLB offseason. Some big news last night while you were sleeping. Xander Bogaerts signs a deal with the San Diego Padres. 11 years, $280 million. Red Sox lose their guy. What are your thoughts before I give mine?
Sad day. I'm upset. I was really hoping
same.
they were going to sign him, but...
well, all the news, especially yesterday, were that they were really close.
I heard they were close, but then I also saw something else that they were like the third or fourth team.
Yeah, I heard at the end of it there was 3 teams that they were never going to give him 11 years. They were never going to give him 11 years. So
how old is he? He's what?
30.
What? He is 30. I thought he was
30.
Okay. I don't know if he was 31 or 32.
So I'm not mad that they didn't compete with that offer. I would have been mad if they signed him to that because I'd been like, after the last 5 years of the
40.
deal, it's
Yeah,
useless.
fuck that.
Yeah. But what I am upset about is that it should have never came to this point because if they offered him in spring training what they offered him at the end, he would have signed the deal. He would have signed for 4 or 5 years for $25 million or whatever it was. And we would have never been in this point. We would have never even had to test the market. But the fact that they waited this long is a little frustrating. It's a little frustrating. And good for the
honestly,
Padres.
Not looking forward to next year because I don't see them re-signing Devers.
I think that there's too much social pressure now not to. If they signed Bogaerts and didn't sign Devers, people would have lived with it. But you can't do both because all I've seen on Twitter today is they've lost Mookie and now Bogaerts under Chaim. And it's like, how many of these superstars that came up through our system? These aren't free agents or guys we traded for. They came up through our system that you're just going to let go because you're unwilling to pay when you have the money. We're not the fucking Pittsburgh Pirates, all right? We're not some second-rate organization. We just went out and bought the Pittsburgh Penguins, for Christ's sake. Same ownership group. So
I don't get that. I mean, I get he's a good closer. What's his name? I'm gonna fuck
Kimbrel or no, Jansen.
But I mean, I don't think he's that great.
I don't know. We'll see. He's got a lot of experience. I don't hate the signing yet. If that's all they do, then I'll be disappointed. But got some
they've
time.
Signed. I think today they signed another guy,
Chris Martin.
Bullpen guy. Yeah,
he's supposed. So I guess one of the big things the Red Sox identified, I was reading today that they did like not a study, but they ran the analytics on their losses from last year, and I guess they were one of the top teams that blew leads. So I guess when they were talking to Chris Martin before they signed him, they said, hey, we lost a lot of games last year because our bullpen sucked, and he was like, well, I can fix that.
Right.
And I guess Martin knew during their negotiations that they were also going after Jansen, and he was all for it. He goes, the best bullpens have multiple guys because guys get worn down and tired, and you have to be able to lean on guys. So I'm fine, but it's like now the market is drying up. Now, if they take the money they were going to spend on Bogarts, which I read today from one of the Red Sox insiders on Twitter that at the last minute they increased their offer up to $26.5 million per year for Xander. That's a pretty damn good offer.
But
and if
why
you get
didn't
beat,
he take that? Because that's more than he's making. That would be more than he's making. Because 280 that's $25.5 million.
Yeah, but it's 11 years, man. And you're living in San Diego.
How much were the Sox off? How many years?
I don't know. And maybe that 26.5, maybe I misread that. I just know they increased their offer. They increased their offer from their initial $20 million. And you also got to think, I don't know. But it's a sad day if you're a Red Sox fan. I mean, Xander was as close to I mean, dude, he's been with the team since 2013. He's won two Worlds. He's won 2 World Series titles here. You know what I mean? Like, it almost feels like this is a guy even more so than Mookie. And Xander's good, but Mookie's in that next tier of ball players. It almost hurts more to lose Xander. I understood losing Mookie at the time more. It was a complete shift in the leadership of the team. I was fine.
The difference between that is they realized they weren't going to sign him, and they traded him at the deadline, and they at
least got something, even if it wasn't a wow package. Well, like Verdugo's been good. He's not great, but
he's had his moments to where he's been a fucking phenomenal player for the Red Sox.
Yeah. I guess you're right. You let Xander go for nothing.
Yeah, you let Xander go for literally you didn't get shit. For the Mookie one, who they get? They got Verdugo,
Jeter Downs, and
Jeter Downs
player.
He still has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
he came up for the first time this past year. He played.
Did you see the clip of Carabas on Twitter? After the Mookie, where he had like 6 cigarettes, and that was great. That was all time. The Red Sox did sign. They got like the top free agent out of Japan. I don't know if you saw that. He's supposed to be like a awesome top of the order type of guy. So hopefully he works out. Red Sox, outfield.
Okay.
So he'll be a corner outfielder, it looks like. And obviously he can DH as well if they need him to do some. Apparently he's like a Ichiro hybrid. He hits for a little bit more power than Ichiro, but he's like a mainly contact hitter. I guess in the last 4 years, he's led his league in on-base percentage. I think he's a lefty. Yep. And yep, he's a lefty, and he never strikes out. Like, never strikes out. So it'll be a good top of the order guy.
We'll see.
Be a good top of the order guy. Hopefully it works out. He's 29, so obviously he needs to be good right away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. This isn't some international 16-year-old that's like milk him. He's starting from day one. He's starting from day one.
Yeah, he's in the majors from day one. He's not going to the minors at all.
It does make me happy though because the Sox haven't landed or have hit on an international signing in quite some time. I mean, Dice K was good and he was a major acquisition.
But the hype of him was, I think,
out of this world.
Ridiculous.
They're acting like he was going to be the next Cy Young. You know what I mean?
And he wasn't. It wasn't even close, in my opinion.
No. The last big international free agent I can remember them signing was Rusney Castillo, and he never panned out. I don't even know if he's still in the league. But Interesting to see where they go from here. Dansby Swanson is still on the market. They've been linked to him now as a potential replacement.
Where's
all
Correa?
I have to say, I've heard that there's a chance to get Correa, but they're going to have to pay more than what Bogarts just got paid.
No, I know, but it's also, is he looking for a long-term deal, or is he only looking for a 2-year deal like he just did in Minnesota?
I think that he'd be. I think with Boston he'd sign because he wants to be with a winner. Like Minnesota's like you might have that.
I mean more of a on the Sox side of it. They're like, okay, well, what if we don't want to sign a guy for that long?
How old's Correa? 28.
20. Yeah, like he's only a little bit older than us. Maybe
He's
younger.
28. He's 28.
Yes.
He'll be 29 in September. So I would sign him. Fuck it, give him 8 years. 8 years, $30 million a year. What's that? $240 million. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
if he wants
who cares?
it.
Right. Yeah,
Fuck
they
it.
have to do something because I get it. You bring over Chain Bloom, a guy from Tampa Bay. They're trying to get less on. Let's just throw a bunch of money around. Let's get more. This is still the Boston Red Sox. You're not working for the Cincinnati Reds. Let's go fucking spend. You have money to spend. We're $60 million under the luxury tax.
No, I know, but it's one of those things that what if they're waiting because they know Rafi's going to be a $450, maybe $5 million deal.
That's fine, but that won't even hit them till next year. So they can still spend
I know, but it's like long term. They can't. I don't know if they want to go down like that Dodger, that Yankee, that Met route and have all of a sudden they have 3 guys making.
I'm not giving Rafi $450. No way. He's not that.
You
good.
wouldn't sign him for a lifetime deal?
No.
15, $450? I would. He's 23, 24.
That's a lot of money a year. It's like
$30 million.
I'd give him no more than 30
million
a year.
$450 for 15. That's
I would do that.
$30 million a year.
I would do that. Yeah,
I would so do that.
30 mil, that's nothing. That's fine. That still gives them 30 million. You know what I mean? So I don't know. They got to do something. Obviously, we'll keep a look. Let's see. And we didn't get to talk about this on Tuesday. I think it happened that night. Judge to the Giants, according to John Heyman. Wrong. He tweeted that out. I ended up texting you saying that he was going to the Giants. He was so wrong.
Everyone on Twitter said he was going to the Giants.
Yep. Ends up last minute going back to the Yankees on a massive deal. 9 years, $360 million. Will also wear the Yankees captaincy, first since Derek Jeter. Good for Aaron Judge. I'm so looking forward to that 211 postseason batting average in the future. So thank you for staying in the division.
You want to know what I'm looking forward to? Just because I'm okay. I know I've just been saying for at the end of the season I want him on the Red Sox. Fuck that. Never wanted it.
Never wanted it. We were just trolling.
I was just trolling. I didn't want it.
Yeah.
Because we don't want that 211 next year. I'm gonna call it. He's gonna bat low 200s. We'll say 25 we'll say 30 home runs just because he's at Yankee Stadium. 30 home runs, under 120 RBIs, but over 100. He'll be within that 100 to 120 range.
I have a prediction. He won't play. He's going to end up getting some freak injury. It's going to be hurt. Maybe he'll only play like another 200 games in a Yankees uniform in his career. That's too morbid. Am I wishing an injury on someone? That's kind of messed up.
Yes, you are. That's fucked up.
See, yeah, I take that back. I don't mean that. I don't mean that.
Fucked up. I'm just saying a dude's going to play bad, and you're saying he's going to get fucked up.
Yeah, I took it too far. I apologize.
Typical.
We'll keep you guys posted on some more MLB offseason stuff, but that's all we got. Just wanted to open the show, giving Casey and I a chance to vent about Xander and the Red Sox. Ownership's got to step up or sell the team. One of the two.
I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick of it.
Next thing on the show sheet, I got the match. Casey, we got the match this weekend. This is a fun little thing they've been doing the last decade or so, it feels like. Takes place this Saturday, 15-hole match between Tiger and Rory versus JT and Spieth. It's at the Pelican Golf Club in Bel Air, Florida. JT and Spieth are favored -125. Woods and Rory at +105. Tiger gets a cart. He's still recovering from a foot injury that kept him out of the Hero World Challenge the golf tournament he hosts every year. Was just played last weekend down in Albany, Bahamas. He has like plantar fasciitis, something to do with the foot, obviously. I'm excited for it. We get to watch Tiger Woods golf this weekend. I always find when they get the right guests, I always find the match to be intriguing just because it's fun with all the commentary to hear the guys.
I'm really looking forward to this one.
And I think this is a great foursome they have because obviously JT and Spieth get along great. Tiger and JT are as close as anybody can be. And then Rory and Tiger are also very, very close. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. I think Rory and Tiger, being the quote-unquote old guys, can maybe give them a run for their money.
I agree. No, I agree with that 100%. I'm definitely going to tune in. I can't wait to watch this. I've always loved the match. I've always watched it. The one that I really did not like was, I think it was the Brooks and Bryson one.
Yeah, that one was ass.
That one sucked. And then there was another one with Bryson, with Phil.
Yeah, Bryson and Phil were also in one, which wasn't great. Yeah, they've been good, though. It's like when you have to get guys that move the needle. And I know for a lot of people, like Bryson does, but it's not always in a good way. Yeah. People hate watch. They don't always, you know what I mean? With Tiger, just like watching him talk about a golf shot, or like him asking JT, like, oh, why'd you go with the sawed-off 7 there? Oh, you know, just their commentary about how they're going to play the game is going to be fascinating for me, just as such a golf nerd. I don't know. I had on here, and obviously you've given your thoughts, but I do find the match to be pretty compelling television. It's a good mix-up, and it's fun to see these guys in a different element. Granted, it's still on the golf course, but they're playing for, like, charity, and they get to be themselves a little bit, which I think is cool. Gives us a little insight into that. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a fan of all 4 guys that are playing, which is nice. It's not like, you know, when they had like Aaron Rodgers on there and stuff, and it's like, you know.
No, I agree with that. I love all 4 of these guys. I root for all 4 of them whenever they're playing. Yeah, I root for, obviously, Tiger's my number 1. That I think
of course.
After that, it would go JT, probably Rory, then Spieth.
Yeah, and you know, you like John Rahm too, which is obviously great. Rahm's great.
Well,
I'm
just talking about the people that are on the list.
Oh, yeah. I would say
just on the list. Just on the list. There's a ton of golfers I like.
Yeah, I'd probably go Tiger, JT, Spieth, and Rory. Spieth, from a viewership perspective, may be more interesting because he talks to himself and his golf ball about more than anybody on tour. Whenever he's mic'd up, it's great viewing material because he is like just such a head case out there, and him and his caddy have some of the best back and forth. Like, his caddy has to tell him to step off a shot a lot because he's like, I'm telling you, it's not a 4-iron. Like, right. You need to hit hybrid or whatever. You know what I mean? It's so... I'm looking forward to it. It'll be cool. They've played the match at some really cool golf courses. That one with Phil, they did it like up in the mountains in Montana, which was awesome. And then obviously they did it in Vegas a couple of years. So I'm sure the golf course is going to be in pristine condition. The weather should be great. And I'm looking forward to it. I think the format's match play and scramble. So obviously should be a lot of birdies out there.
Right.
Let's see what else we got on here. We got Army Navy this weekend, and then we'll get into some NFL offseason stuff, and then we'll jump right into football or NFL. Army Navy, love this week. Love this weekend.
Yep. Navy 2.5-point favorites, over under sitting at a wonderful 32.5. I already bet the game. And I'm not even gonna rub it in because I bet the game already. I got it Monday, and I got it at 34. So
you've been all over this under since it started, or since all week, I should say. Just a really, really cool sporting event.
Yes, I love it. I love watching the game.
See 2 of our armed forces come together, and I'm sure for both of these branches of the military, I'm sure for the cadets and the students that'll be there, it's got to be a highlight of their year, being able to all get together and like celebrate and play and party for this game. Sorry, yeah, it's cadets and some the shipmen and women. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Who do you want to win?
Go Army, beat Navy, fuck Navy. I'm
Wow.
taking Army. No, okay, obviously not fuck Navy, but
That's crazy.
go Army, beat Navy.
Yeah, go Army, beat Navy. I agree. I'm with you.
I'm taking Army money line, and I'm going under 32
Army's-
and a half. Under. National tradition. Under this game. No matter how low it goes, even if it goes in the 20s, under.
I'm trying to look up this guy. Hold on one second. Army's got a play. Oh yeah, right here. Army's got a player on their team that's probably going to be drafted this year. Andre Carter II. He's like a linebacker edge that's like 6'7". So keep an eye out for him this weekend. I expect him to cause some ruckus for Navy. Honestly, think he might be a good NFL player. He's got the length for it. So go Army, beat Navy, and under for sure. This game's always played at Lincoln Financial in Philadelphia, right, Case?
Yes, it is. I want to go one
Yep.
year. This is on my list.
Oh
of
my God.
college football games that I am going. Before I die, I'm going to an Army Navy game. Fun fact:
Do you
guy
think-
I work with hit the Army? Have you seen Army's jerseys?
Yeah.
My guy I work with, his dad was on that unit.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he ran that unit when he was in
Oh,
the
that's
Army
really-
before he retired.
That's really cool. Do you
Yeah.
think President Biden will be there?
Most likely. I mean, he should.
Yeah, I doubt he goes.
Why?
He goes.
Did he go last year?
Well, he wasn't president last year, was he? Was he?
That's a stupid fucking question.
I don't know. I don't remember him being
That's
there.
a stupid fucking question. It's 2022. He got voted in 2020.
Did we? Yeah, but with COVID and everything, I couldn't even remember if they played the game last year. I don't remember him being there last year. Go Army. Go for the under. All right, some NCAA football off-season news. With the transfer portal nowadays, it feels like we have like a legitimate college football off-season.
It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's literally
crazy.
guys that's like, okay, you get pissed off at your coach for benching you, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to a different school.
Yeah, it's crazy. I heard
Did you see the guy
that
from
the
Mississippi
day it
State?
opened, there was like, yeah, I have that on here. I wasn't sure if did you read his letter?
Yeah, when he was like, what was his thing? He was like, since I'm not, what was his quote?
I'm not
Oh,
tough
my
enough.
God. Yes, since I'm not tough
Yeah.
enough, I will enter the transfer
I'll
portal.
go play elsewhere.
I'll
Yeah,
go-
what a fucking. I'm sure other coaches were like, yeah, this is someone we want on our team, right?
Yeah, like dude, you ain't going Division 1 or maybe a smaller
Yeah.
Division 1 after that comment. I'm sorry, but come on.
Yeah. It's been crazy. I saw something on Twitter, like, it was a great graphic. It was like two quarterbacks that were like talking and one quarterback off to the side, and it said like third string ... And then it was like him saying, like the player saying, like, well, I'm out of here. And then the next graphic was him in a line of other players entering the traffic portal, and it said like went from third string to third out of 1,303 people that have now entered the transfer portal.
Yeah,
and it's
literally.
only gone up. So I guess like every year it's like 2,000 people enter it. Some for legitimate reasons. Like if the guy that recruited you got fired or left the school, I totally get wanting to go somewhere else. But just because, I don't know, I just think it creates this mentality of people not wanting to, like, you know, part of it is just earning your spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just how it's always been. But for a lot of these guys, they've always been the best player on their team, and they can't handle it when they get to a spot and someone's better than they are. They just don't want to compete. So, the whole portal thing has made it just really hectic for college football in the offseason. It used to just be like, oh, what recruits are we going to get? Now it's like,
Well, it
are we
was
going to
one of
get
those
this running
things-
back? Are we going to get this offensive lineman?
Well, now they don't have to sit out a year. If you were going like Division 1 or Division 1, you always had to sit out a year. Now they don't have to sit out, so it's okay, well, I'll jump from this school to this school to this school to this school. I'm going to go to 4 different colleges in my college career. Oh, and maybe 5 because I'll be a grad transfer at one.
Yeah, I think they need to do something to limit the rules around the transfer portal. I think they need to make it a little like the circumstances around your transfer need to be a little bit more difficult instead of just being like, hey, I want to leave. Like you said, whether that means like, hey, you don't lose a year of eligibility, but you do have to sit a year like it used to be, or what. I mean, there's got to be something. I mean, look at like the year like Ohio State, if that year they won it with Cardale Jones, if all those quarterbacks decide they're going to transfer because they're not starting, they don't win the national title that year because they just have nobody to play quarterback. So you never know when your opportunity is going to arise, and I get going elsewhere to maximize exposure. I totally get it. And I don't want to take away anything from the kids that are just trying to make money to feed their families and whatnot, but it does feel like it's getting a little ridiculous, and I'm sure in the coming years there will be something that, helps, limit it a little bit. Some other things here. NCAA awarded all Virginia football players an extra year of eligibility after that, devastating shooting that occurred within their football program this year. I thought that was a great move by the NCAA. I
agree with you.
Obviously they didn't even really finish out their season. I think they just quit playing. And I thought that was a really classy move by the NCAA, who otherwise is pretty unlikable for the most part. So I thought that was cool. Hopefully all those players are able to take advantage of it, and, maybe something special next year for those guys. We already talked about the Mississippi State football player. That's just an all-time no. Dion building his coaching staff.
Yes,
He nabs
Dion.
he nabs the head coach from Kent State to be his offensive coordinator, and apparently their offense, since he's been there, ranks like 5th nationally in yards per game. And then he snabbed a guy from Alabama to be his defensive coordinator. I guess the guy was like a defensive analyst there, linebackers coach, or he might have been the safeties coach there, actually.
Charles Kelly, he was the special teams coordinator and safeties coach at Tennessee. He was also the Florida State's defensive coordinator under Jimbo Fisher.
Yep. So he's got a lot of experience.
Yeah. I'm all in on Colorado football because I'm a huge Deion Sanders fan. I'm happy
it's going to be lit. I'm super excited. Like every day I go on ESPN or on Twitter and I just search Deion because I want to see if what 5 stars coming next. Like I read right after we got off recording the episode on Monday night, it was like a report that was like Travis Hunter is likely going to Colorado. Like, well, duh. He's not just going to stay there.
Well, why would he stay at Jackson State? He went there because of Deion.
Yeah, he was going to go to Florida State, and he was like, nah, I'll go hang out with Deion.
Right.
So good for Deion. That Kent State coach, this could be a big thing for him because obviously Kent State has been, competitive in the MAC. He goes and gets that offense humming for 2 years. He's probably looking at a Power 5 gig because apparently he is a pretty bright, young offensive mind. So hopefully we'll see what him and Deion's kid can cook up over there in Boulder. Earlier today, I saw Jason Garrett's in line to be the next head coach at Stanford University.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. I did not see that one coming.
Not at all.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's just doing television right now. He's just like a
ESPN, I think, isn't he?
Yeah. He's just doing like television right now. Interesting to see how he does because he was a puppet when he was with Dallas, and then obviously he went and was the offensive coordinator for your New York Football Giants.
Don't say your; they're not my football Giants. I'm the only team I like in the NFL is the Detroit Lions.
We'll see how he does at Stanford. Stanford hasn't been relevant really since the Harbaugh years. I mean, they were okay with Shaw for a little bit, but it hasn't really worked out since David Shaw. So good for Jason Garrett, back coaching football.
Good job.
We'll see what happens. Last thing, we already talked about the rules around the transfer portal. Last thing, we didn't bring this up. Who do you think is going to win the Heisman?
Max Duggan.
Probably, yeah. Everyone's thinking it's Caleb Williams to run away with. I think Max Duggan deserves it, but I think it's probably Duggan or Caleb Williams. No.
Oh, I agree with that. It's one of them too. I don't think Dugan hurt himself that much in that Big 12 championship game. I think Stroud really hurt himself in that Michigan game.
Yeah,
So,
I think Stroud not like
and not have that extra game.
Yeah, I think recency bias is going to hurt Stroud for sure. And I don't think it hurts Caleb Williams as much because he was obviously hurt in that last game, and he still played okay. So
right.
That's all I got. You want to move on to NFL?
Yes, well, NFL Week 14.
We haven't been doing the music. So.
Sorry, did you not want to?
No, I'm glad because we typically just haven't been leaving time for it, so I haven't been putting it in.
Yeah, I was thinking ahead, dude. I was thinking ahead. First game on the list. The Minnesota Vikings head to Detroit and play our Lions. Lions are a 2-point favorite. Over-under sitting at 42. You heard that right, folks. Our Detroit Lions.
It's 52.
That's what I said, 52.
You said 42.
Oh, sorry. I meant 52. It's on the show sheet, 52. Sorry. Our 5-7 Detroit Lions are 2-point favorites against the 10-2 Minnesota Vikings. Give me the Lions. -2 over 52.
Yeah, Lions are favored. I think you got to read the tea leaves here. Biggest game for the Lions in the Campbell era. You win this, you got a good shot to run the table and potentially make the playoffs at 10-7. Got to get this one done. No mistakes, no coaching mistakes in this one, no clock management mistakes, no stupid fourth down calls. Play smart. Give your team a chance to win it in the second half. Defense has got to step up. I'd like to see a little bit less man coverage in this game personally. Throw in some zone there. Let Hawk eat, or Hutchinson eat, not Hawk. Hawk's on the other team. Let Hutchinson eat. Let James Houston eat. We're getting healthy at the right time, which is huge. Campbell said that in a presser this week. A lot of teams are battling injuries. The Lions are getting healthy at the right time. They had the injury bug early in the year. A lot of their key pieces are now coming back. Give me the Lions here. Give me the over. I'm in. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm fully invested. This is a big one. This is a big one. Lions got to go out there. Can they play well back-to-back weeks? And they have 2 weeks of mistake-free football. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they can fucking do it. Let's get it done, Detroit. Let's do it. Next game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head out west and play the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers are 3.5-point favorites. Over-under sitting at 52. I am surprised they are favored in this game because they don't have Jimmy G. Brock Purdy.
Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah.
Where did he go to college?
Iowa State.
Yup, he did. I knew it was a Big 12 school. I thought it was.
He was supposed to be He was supposed to be a really high draft pick, and then Matt Campbell had back-to-back years where they started the season top 15 and they sucked. Yeah. So I think they were like, yeah, maybe he's just not that good.
Maybe he sucks.
He's got some juice though, Brock. The teammates, all George Kittle, Debo, their coach, what's his name again? Shanahan. And Brandon Ayuk, maybe it was. All their quotes after the last game where he came in, all said something about him having balls. In some variation. That kid's got balls. Man, he's got some balls on him. Right. I guess there's a point where I didn't watch the game. I did see this highlight where it was a play where they ended up scoring a touchdown on. What's up? Pretty girl went to the groomer today.
She did?
She went to the groomer today. Looking skinny.
Is she looking skinny?
Quit looking, dude. She's looking skinny, dude. She's looking so skinny I can't even block her out. Where he was lined up under center or something like that,
what's up, fat
and
girl?
He didn't stop.
What's up, fat girl?
That's okay. All right. He didn't like the look or something, so he called a timeout and without Shanahan's consent, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "I I didn't fucking like what we were about to get ourselves into. I called a timeout. I'm the fucking quarterback. You know what I mean? So, see what happens. We'll see. There's a rumor out there that Jimmy G could come back for the playoffs, but not super likely. And Bucks get a huge win last week. If they, that division is such in shambles that the Bucks could still make the playoffs. So
yeah,
I'm actually going with the Bucks here. I think they get it done, and I will take the under. I think it's going to be a defensive fest, but I think the Bucks do just enough like last week to get it done. I think Brady smells blood. I think it's a perfect year
that time
for
of year.
Brady. Yep, that time of year where he smells blood. There's still a chance they make the playoffs. I think they get it done. I think Brock Purdy plays okay, just because I think in that offense, it's very simple. Not simple. It's a simple offense for the quarterback. They don't ask their quarterback to do a whole lot.
I agree.
So
I agree. I agree with you. Give me the Bucks. I think they're going to win this outright. So give me a money line, and I'm going under. I think it's going to be I don't see either team scoring more than 20.
I agree.
So we'll see how this one goes. I have nothing much to say. It's that time of fucking year for that man, Tom Brady. He's just going to start rolling. I'm not saying they're going to make a run to the Super Bowl, but he's going to get his team in the playoffs.
I agree, because that division's in shambles, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
the next team is the Falcons.
Right, so this is a good time to bring that up. I had it on the sheet, didn't realize they weren't playing, but they benched Mariota. Now Ritter's going to play. I'm not saying Ritter's going to be bad, but I felt like the Falcons had something with Mariota. They were like kind of sneaky good. I don't know, they might be mailing it in, so it feels like this is about the time for the Bucs to take over that division.
Right, no, I agree. Next game, we have an NFC East rivalry battle. Philadelphia Eagles head to New York and play the Giants.
Football Giants. Casey's favorite team.
Nope. The Eagles are 7
He said nope.
Eagles are 7-point favorites. Over under sitting at 44.5. Playoff implications are definitely impacting this game. The Giants, I think, are sitting. Where are the Giants currently sitting right now?
Well, we talked about this on Tuesday. They're all in the playoffs, right?
They are all in the playoffs. But they are sitting at – nope, Seattle jumped up. When Seattle's in 7th. Washington's out. So I didn't realize Seattle got the tie.
Because of that tie. Because of the tie. Yeah,
because of the tie.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense.
If the Giants, they're all sitting at 7 wins. So if the Washington doesn't play, so if the Giants can lose, and I think they'll still be, I don't know, because they'll have a loss, and the Washington will have a tie. So who knows if they'll slide out of the playoffs and Washington will jump in. But
yeah,
I like the. Fuck, I don't. You give me your thoughts. Hello.
I'm thinking. Give me the over 44.5 for sure. And give me the Giants +7. I think Eagles win, but I think it's like a 24-20 type of game.
Have they played early? Oh, nope. They don't play it. They haven't played it. This is their first meeting this year. They play again later in the year. I think it's the last game of the year.
Do you happen to know what the weather's going to be like in New York? Or New Jersey, I should say.
ESPN, it's just going to be cloudy. 41. Yeah, give me over.
Oh, so, okay. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go Eagles -7. I think they're just going to I don't think the Giants have been playing that great lately.
Like a 31-17 win or something like that.
I can see something like that. Yeah, give me Eagles -7 and give me the over in this one.
That's a good one, yeah. Another division rival game here, Casey. We got the Cleveland Browns as the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are 5.5-point favorites. The over-under. Oh, sorry. We got another divisional rival.
We'll continue that one, then we'll go back up.
Like I said, Bengals are 5.5-point favorites. Over-under 46.5. This is the Browns at the Bengals. Deshaun Watson's second game in action, Casey, for the Cleveland Browns.
Since he can take over the division if they win here and the Ravens lose. And that's a pretty good
Lamar's
chance.
not playing.
Lamar's not playing. And they're playing the Steelers. It's a rivalry game. So Very good chance Cincinnati takes over the division after this game. I think I'm taking the Bengals. Sorry, I went blank for a second. Give me the Bengals minus 5.5. I think they're going to win by more than a touchdown, and give me over 46.5.
I like the over 46.5 for sure. I actually like the Browns in this one. I think it's a spot for the Browns to cause some problems. Bengals very well could win. Last second, Evan McPherson field goal. But give me the points. I'll take Browns in the points, and I like the over.
I just feel like the Bengals are pissed off because what was it? Earlier in the year, let me look at it. They lost 32-13 on Halloween to the Browns to the Browns in Cleveland. I just feel like this is a revenge spot for the Bengals, and they're going to absolutely roll them.
Yeah, I'm changing my pick. I got Bengals minus 5.5. Give me the over. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, good points. I'm always open to discussion.
Right? That's why I said it.
Next game, another rivalry. We got the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. Bills 10-point favorites, over under 43.5. A lot of points, Case.
Dude, the East divisions of the AFC and NFC are amazing this year.
Yeah, they're very good.
Like, you're talking about a 7-5 Jets team, and they're third in their division.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. Give me the Jets plus 10 here, and I'm going to go over.
I'm going over.
Yeah, let's go.
I think Mike White scores enough points. I think Josh Allen scores enough points. I like the over 43.5.
Give me under. Under 43.5, Jets plus 10.
Yeah, I want Jets plus 10, but give me the over.
I just feel like the Jets defense is good enough, and I just feel like they'll get it done. I see a 24-17 type of game. Would that hit under? No, it's over. Yeah, fuck it. Under, Jets plus 10.
Wow.
Next game, the Miami Dolphins head out west and play the Los Angeles Chargers. Dolphins 3-point favorites, over under sitting at 51.5.
Yeah, never good when an East Coast team goes to the West Coast. Always seems to give them problems. Chargers have just been not playing great football. Dolphins looked horrible last week. I expect the Dolphins to get right. Give me Dolphins money line, and I will take the
3-point favorites. So
you said the same thing up above.
For what? I said it for the Buccaneers because they're underdogs.
I'm not allowed to take money line. I don't think they're gonna.
Then say if you don't, then just say I like the Chargers. Be like I like the Dolphins, but I don't like the points, so I'm just gonna take them.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. You just ruined my whole thing. I don't know now. What do you like?
I don't know. Let's go. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Dolphins minus 5, or not minus 3. Dolphins minus 3 over. Dolphins minus 3 and over. I'm doing it.
I like the over, but give me the Chargers.
Over, but Chargers?
Yeah. I think Dolphins win, but...
So like the Chargers plus 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Next game, New England Patriots head out west and play the Arizona Cardinals. Patriots 1.5-point favorites, over under sitting at 43.5.
Yeah. I like the Cardinals here. I just think the Pats look broken. Matt Patricia stinks as an offensive coordinator. Yeah, give me the Cardinals here. Cardinals plus 1.5, and I'll take the under 43.5.
I agree with you on the under, and I agree with you on the Cardinals, but fuck it, give me Cardinals money line. I think they're going to beat the Patriots. I don't care about the 1.5. Give me money line. They're going to win outright.
Yeah, yep. That does it for the NFL slate, guys. Some sad news, sad day, bad day. No more Casey and Tyler get rich or die trying parlays till probably bowl season.
No. We will see. We didn't talk. The thought just came to my mind. We might be doing some college basketball ones.
Ooh, yes!
Let's do one right now, live.
We're officially a college basketball podcast.
Let's do one live right now. Pull up the Barstool Sportsbook. T. We're doing it for this weekend.
So there gotta be games. What?
Games for this weekend, and if we want, we can throw in some. No, fuck the NBA. We might not be able to. Yeah, we can't because we only have tomorrow's slate, so we can't.
Yeah, so we'll have to do it. We'll next week. We'll be sure to do that. We can throw in some basketball.
We'll just do it because by the time the show comes out, games will be already out.
What games?
The college basketball ones.
Well, can't we move it to Tuesday?
You only see. We'll talk about it after the show. We'll talk about it offline.
All right, well, that does it for the show. We'll think of something to do as far as the Get Rich or Die Trying Parlay. It was a bad season for that, but we did hit on quite a few of the Pick'em parlays.
Yeah,
we finished plus money in the Pick'em parlays.
We hit two of them, almost three of them. Falcons +4 fucked us. Or -4.
That does it for the show. As always, we'll try to be better next time. Wait, that's the line from Pardon the Interruption. As always, we'll try to be more entertaining next time. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And stay tuned. We've got some fun stuff coming up for the holiday season. Take it easy. Peace. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys on Monday for episode 28. Thank you.